Monday, January 5th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Let's start off with a couple of the cameras across the region. This is the downtown Gastonia camera. And pretty quiet start to the day. You can see some leftover high clouds in front of the moon there in the background. Let's also now take a peek. Yeah, it looks like the camera's got spun around here. Let me adjust that. All right, there we go. There's the Beach Mountain Parkway camera from resortcams.com. You notice snow on the ground there atop Beach Mountain. Temperature is dropping down to 26 degrees. And a much drier weather setup now moving into the region compared to what we had over the weekend. Lots to talk about in today's edition of the video. Be sure and stay with me till the end here. There's your 24-hour temperature change map. The least amount of temperature change really right across the I-85 corridor in the foothills. Big-time temperature changes in the mountains and points north and west. Here are the actual temperatures this morning. 30 in Boone, 41 Charlotte and Greensboro. These are during the 5 o'clock hour. 42 in Columbia. Still some 50s along the coast. All right, so cold fronts moved off to the south and east of us. Big area of high pressure centered over Missouri as I'm cutting this video. Those northwesterly winds driving in a much drier air mass. Dew points are plummeting. And it's going to be a much drier weather setup today than what we had over the weekend. A clean scan on the radar here. You have some areas of primarily lake effect snow through parts of the Great Lakes in the northeastern United States. That's about it in terms of active precip over most of the eastern United States. But again, it will be a little bit breezy today as this drier air takes hold. Sustained winds 8 to 16 miles per hour in the Piedmont. Mountain sustained winds probably 20 to 30 miles per hour. Piedmont wind gusts upwards of 20 or 25 miles per hour at times. So again, there's your big area of high pressure gradually building into the region today. As that continues to take hold, it's going to be a relatively cool day. Your high temperatures winding up in the 40s across many spots in the region. Mountains colder, sub-freezing day up in Boone. Of course, you see that temperature 29 colder than the current temperature, so obviously very little temperature movement in the mountains today. As we look at tomorrow, a little clipper system zips through. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover with that, but not a terribly big deal. Your Tuesday, not bad at all. Upper 40s to some 50s out there across the region. Now, as we get out to Wednesday, that is when this frigid, and I mean big-time blast of Arctic air settles in across the region. Now, these are current readings as I'm cutting this video. It is very cold right now across the northern plain states, but believe it or not, an actual colder air mass begins to take hold. Let me show you the RPM modeling here. Watch as we get into tomorrow. There comes that fresh surge of Arctic air diving down through the plain states. That'll quickly zip southeastward. So watch our temperatures here. This is 7:30 Wednesday morning. And then watch what happens as we get into the afternoon. Temperatures begin to fall. And so we will see here in the Carolinas, at least the western and central Carolinas, we're going to have falling temperatures Wednesday afternoon, and then temperatures continue to tail off very quickly as we head on through the evening and overnight hours. So high temperatures Wednesday in many spots occur during the morning, and then falling temperatures. And then here's just a sneak peek at lows Thursday morning. Now, the numbers you see there in Columbia and Fayetteville, Charleston, and Wilmington, those are all model driven. Those will be lower. The actual lows will be lower than what you see indicated there. But the numbers you see in Charlotte, Greensboro, and Raleigh, those are all the numbers we're going with currently on Time Warner Cable News on air today. I'm going 11 in Greensboro. It looks like 14 in Charlotte and Raleigh. And we could very easily see some of the colder spots in the single digits. Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, high temperatures in the 20s in many spots across the region. There's the just in 6C GFS model surface temperatures or 2-meter temperatures, daybreak Thursday. And I still think some spots in the Tennessee Valley of North Alabama, North Mississippi, and northwest Georgia will see a few single digits mixed in. And we could very easily see some foothills and northern Piedmont spots at least dip into the single digits on Thursday morning. Now, looks like it'll be dry and very cold through Thursday and Friday a little milder, but still quite chilly. Then we get into the weekend, and that's when a lot of disagreement amongst the models begins. Now, this, again, is the just-in 6Z run of the GFS. The 0Z run had backed off on the precipitation a bit for Sunday, but 6Z is increasing it again. So this is valid 7 o'clock Sunday evening, and then we go out to 1 a.m. next Monday morning. Low pressure off of the Wilmington and Myrtle Beach areas. Pretty good amount of precip getting thrown back into this dome of cold air, and that is a pretty pronounced cold air damming configuration showing up here on the GFS. Let me show you the surface temperatures at that point in time. The freezing line down across the Piedmont zone. So this is a deal where if we can get the timing of the next area of high pressure to get into a favorable cold air damming position, and if that system does indeed throw some moisture back our way, then Sunday night, maybe into Monday, we need to watch for the potential of some wintry precip, at least across North Carolina, depending on how that wedge sets up. A lot of ifs, ands, and possibilities there, but it is something we will definitely monitor. That's way down the road. That's, 6-7 days away, but something to watch. All right, that's it for today's edition of the video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.